Time travel has not yet been invented, but 30 years from now, it will have been. I am one of many specialized assassins in our present called loopers. So when criminal organizations in the future need someone gone, they zap him back to me, and I eliminate the target from the future.
Oh la la.
Loopers are well paid. We live the good life. And the only rule is, never let your target escape. Even if your target is you.
Hey, Trent.
Hi, Parth.
Another in-person discussion.
What was the last time?
Bottoms.
Feels like a while.
What? Yeah.
Good to see you. You're looking well.
Thank you. I guess maybe Saw X was our last discussion we did. But like that was with Kate Rotunda. Anyways.
And yet here we find ourselves back at the dining room table.
Yeah.
And yet, speaking of dining room tables.
Very good.
What have you been eating?
Trent, by my side over here on one of your dining room tables is...
Oh, there's not. There's just the one.
Okay, on your dining room table is a bag of Swedish fish minis. And when I asked you whether they were the fish were mini, you said no. It's because there's only 5 of them in a packet. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And then when I opened up the packet, they were indeed mini Swedish fish. And you were like, I don't usually eat Swedish fish, so I guess I just didn't know.
I didn't have a good frame of reference, I guess.
But they are indeed mini Swedish fish. And I had 2 packs of them.
Oh, so like 10 total mini Swedish fish?
Some could say that. But they're about half the size. So in a way, I only have 5.
Yeah. Thank you for that math equation. Yeah, I don't usually buy Swedish fish. They came into our lives through unusual means.
What does that mean?
You know, we have our inventory party at the equipment room, and we play Exploding Kittens, and
that's a classic game.
We have an odd system of Anthony, who's sitting over there, can relate to this. But
yes, Trent's roommate Anthony is thankfully being really silent in the corner. Around the corner and just listening to us talk.
But as you get eliminated, it's supposed to be, Kevin described it as a sort of white elephant, but it's like as you get eliminated, you get to pick one of the gifts, which are all from like the international store, or which, I mean, this isn't, but like the rest of them were like, it was fish themed for whatever reason. So there was all sort of fish related things. But most of them are undesirable, but no one has the courage to take something from someone who has already taken it, even though you're allowed to.
And like to some extent, you're supposed to.
Exactly. But basically it ends up so that the further you get in the game, the less desirable snack you get. And so Anthony won, and he ended up with meat crackers.
That sounds awesome.
Which he thinks are for a dog or for in some capacity, but I can see them. They're in my line of sight. They're crackers with bone marrow in them. And
aren't you kind of a cracker with bone marrow in you? Anthony Graceffo giggled at that. Nice. I just want the people to know. Trent saved me.
After you used our word, Parth.
Our word?
Our, the white people's word.
Oh, wow. And with the hard R, no less.
Our.
Sorry. No, aren't you kind of a cracker with... I don't know if I can make that joke. Anyways.
No, I'm into it.
So long as you, the white man, are into it.
I'll give you a pass.
Oh, no, great. The listeners can't see, but I bowed down just now to Trent.
I feel like you ever see like a World War II helicopter like get shot and it's like the engine's going smoke and then it's like slowly going crashing down.
I haven't seen that, but I have seen us go cue the intro.
Welcome back to Craft Services, where we talk about the movies. Each week we talk about a film and hopefully have a crew member of that film to talk with us about their experience working on the picture. Last week, what happened?
Wow. You were on such a good roll.
I know. It had to end eventually.
Last week we talked with. Wow, I can't remember whether we did Eyes Wide. No, we did. Yeah, we did the Eyes Wide Shut interview.
Yep. Part 2.
Yes.
And I ended
which we will be discussing next week.
Yes, in the spirit of Christmas time. But I did end our last episode very enthusiastically saying, stay tuned for our next week, our Eyes Wide Shut episode. And here we are talking about Ryan Johnston's Looper.
Well, I wanted the Eyes... Well, no, you said that and then I corrected you, saying that actually I think we'll be doing Looper next week. So I think we have not led the audience astray. But I want Eyes Wide Shut to be released Christmas Eve.
Oh, wow.
So that'll be the next Sunday.
Should we make it our mission to find the thinnest piece of connective tissue between Eyes Wide Shut and Looper? What is it? What do they have in common?
Good directors.
Good directors.
Stacked cast.
Yeah, fair enough.
But anyways, Trent.
Parth.
We're talking about Looper, not Eyes Wide Shut this week. And is it you or is it me that has to give a 10-word synopsis?
You made the document and I fell asleep for a portion of the movie, so I think it'd be a more interesting challenge for me to do it now.
Sure. But you fell asleep and then rewound back to where...
It's true. That does incriminate me more.
Because I came over to Trent's house with the intention of recording, and I was like, Trent, just start the movie. I've seen it so many times. I'll just come in the middle and it'll be fine. And then I show up and there's probably like 40 minutes left in the movie. And I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. And then Trent goes, yeah, I just woke up. Oh, by the way, Trent left me outside of his house for 10 minutes because he was asleep.
Oh, 10 minutes. Seemed more like 5.
Nope, said 10 at the time. But then he finally came down and was like, sorry, I dozed off. I hope, 10 minutes. And then he was like, sorry, were you outside for too long? And I went, nope, I was outside for just 10 minutes. And then he was like...
First I'm hearing of this number, by the way.
With how your memory works, it'll be interesting to discuss this movie. But Trent's not used to the battering. Anyways, he's like the wife of a football player, and it's the Super Bowl season. I'm beating you up.
Why would
domestic abuse goes higher
during a super? If you
during sports season, yeah. Oh well, I guess not
if you're
you're the wife of a sports fan. And it's Super Bowl season
or football season
or whatever.
Because you're phrasing Super Bowl. That means your team is in the Super Bowl. That means it's good vibes all around.
No. When
your team loses the Super Bowl, you're not going to be thrilled.
Yes.
But I think the people in the most danger is like the partners to people of very bad teams who are not even making the playoffs.
Trent, domestic abuse goes up by 40% during Super Bowl season. I'm not joking.
So, do you mean the playoffs or
no? Like the weekend of the Super Bowl. I guess I shouldn't say Super Bowl season.
Did you know
that I'm not very well versed in sports?
Did you know the Super Bowl is also it's like the second biggest spot for sex trafficking like in the country?
Yeah, you told me about that.
Behind the Mall of America. Someone told me that on a ski lift while I was teaching a ski lesson. And, once you hear those things once, you just present them like they're true forever. Go
Packers or whoever. I don't care about sports. Anyways, I came over to Trent's house and he was like, I fell asleep and there was 40 minutes left of the movie. And I was like, oh, that's not too bad. And he went, yeah, I'm just going to have to rewind back to when I remember. And you rewound so far back.
Yes, and I could hear your reactions as I was moving the cursor further and further.
Yeah, I went, oof.
And then I settled at about the midway point.
Needless to say, I was here at 3. It is now 5:20. But that's fine. We had some chilling out time that we had to some fucking boys time.
God forbid there's any chilling out time. God forbid.
Yeah, Trent, you need more chilling out time. All right, Trent, synopsis. Let's go. 10 words.
Okay, let me just put aside every mean thing Parth has ever said to me.
Trent, that would take too long.
Okay, so Bruce Willis. Well, that's an interesting question. Let's go with JGL for the sake of brevity.
And it makes it one word.
It does. No, brevity. So JGL, forced to
JGL is forced to
kill himself, but chooses not to. But also,
let's make this a 20-word synopsis.
well, that was that like describes like the first half of the movie.
That I would
and
say
then
that
the second half is like the exact inverse in a way.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Huh. Maybe.
The real synopsis is
there you
in
go.
2074, when the mob wants to get rid of someone, the target is set into the past where a hired gun awaits, someone like Joe, who one day learns the mob wants to close the loop by sending back Joe's future self for assassination. I feel like this misrepresents the premise of the film.
Does it say 2074 in the movie?
I don't remember. I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either.
Like maybe people say 30 years ago, back like in that, but no, I don't think they do.
So the budget was a humble $30 million, and the box office was a impressive $176.5 million.
Whoa.
Parth you can hear how impressed he is.
Yeah.
But as we discussed, this did lead him directly into directing a Star Wars film.
It did.
So successful by that.
I mean, it made
metric.
5 times its budget. Over 5 times.
It sounds pretty historical, production-wise, to me.
Really? Does it?
And how about, given that,
What? What would you like me to say?
the production history?
Oh, okay. Well, Looper was originally conceived as a short film starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt shortly after making Brick, Rian Johnson's first feature. After Rian Johnson released The Brothers Bloom in 2008, he reteamed with his producer Rom Bergman, who produced his previous 2 films, with the goal of starting production on Looper in 2009. In May 2010, Gordon-Levitt was cast in one of the lead roles where he would play... In May 2010, Joseph Gordon-Levitt was cast in one of the lead roles, and he was going to play this after completing the film Premium Rush.
Is that the biking movie?
It is. Have you ever seen it? I haven't seen it,
No,
but I've heard it's good.
I was just about to ask you, what the fuck movie is that? And then I had to brain blast to think, is that the biking through New York doing on some sort of mission movie?
I believe it is.
Nice.
So later in the month, Bruce Willis was also cast, which is such a funny, because this then requires Joseph Gordon-Levitt to undergo a lot of makeup and prosthetics to look like.
Isn't there no scenario, like whatever actor they cast, they were gonna have to like change someone?
I think there's some world in which you could get someone that looks a bit more like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Mm-hmm.
But Bruce Willis has such a distinct look.
But it's impressive that they basically just changed like his nose and his chin.
His eyebrows, I think. They
Oh.
like changed this section of him quite a bit, and it really sells the effect.
Yeah, I guess it's impressive that those 2 people who look basically nothing alike, just by changing a few, designated areas.
Definitely.
Parth agrees, as he takes a sip of water.
So in the following October, Emily Blunt joined Gordon-Levitt and Willis. Now, Trent admitted to me recently, I'm not on the Emily Blunt train, but by the end of this movie, we might be.
Yeah, I think that was the first thing I said to you while we were watching the movie.
After I told you that I was waiting outside the house for 10 minutes.
10. As I said...
Wait, I think now that I think about it, it was like 15.
Okay. Let's... So, Parth texted me, I hear, at 3:27, and I have a distinct memory of the number 3:32 in my mind, of looking at the clock and
No, for sure.
and then gathering myself to go down to the door. So I think that we're more in the ballpark of 5 to 7 minutes, just to clarify. And you called me too, only once. So
Twice. Once at 3:27, once at 3:30. Yeah. Okay, so it took you 20 minutes to come down.
Okay, so you clearly, if you needed me that bad, if I didn't, come by like 3:32, like you would have called the third time, you think? And by the time I went,
there's also a case that I just lost hope. At a
I
certain
mean,
point.
you clearly didn't, because you were still on the porch. You didn't,
Leave.
recede to your car to seek warmth. If you really,
It's actually a nice day out. Did you go outside at all today?
Oh no, Parth, thanks for humbling me. I haven't been outside.
Oh, it was a
today.
genuine question. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. It was like 50 degrees out today. It was pretty nice.
But I think the only Emily Blunt movie I think about is
Oppenheimer.
Oh, well, that I was actually into. Oh, maybe I'm on the train.
Oh, he's on the blunt train.
But Edge of Tomorrow and this.
Okay, Edge of Tomorrow is literally good.
No, that movie's good. Her performance, whatever. And this, whatever.
Okay. Right.
But
well, I would say she's more whatever in this than in Edge of Tomorrow.
Oppenheimer, I refuse to say anything bad about.
Yeah.
So. And she was good in it.
Makeup artist Katsuhiro Tsuji, I hope that's how you say the name, created the prosthetics that JGL wore in the film so he could look like Bruce Willis. The film's score was composed by Nathan Johnson, Ryan Johnson's cousin. The movie premiered September 6th, 2012 at the opening night of the Toronto International Film Festival and was then released theatrically in the United States on September 28th, 2012 by Film District with Sony Pictures over their genre label TriStar Pictures. The Chinese version of the film reintegrates a substantial number of scenes set in Shanghai. This was requested by the Chinese production company DMG Entertainment to appeal to Chinese audiences. Several of these scenes were shortened or cut for the American release. Trent, that was fun. Do fun facts.
Joe, in parentheses, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, falling off the fire escape was filmed on the actor's 30th birthday. Gordon-Levitt was left hanging on the stunt wires while the crew sang the famous Happy Birthday song.
Wow, the famous Happy Birthday song.
Happy Birthday, and wheeled out a birthday cake to celebrate his birthday. Yeah. According to director Ryan Johnston, Noah Segan, Kid Blue, took several classes to learn how to spin his gun around his finger. Johnston filmed several takes of Segan spinning the 4-pound gun, but ended up using the one where he nearly dropped it because he thought it was funny. I saw that take in the movie. I was like, that seems like the sort of thing that's an outtake. No. That's like a silly fun, I'm a fun director outtake. There you go. Joe originally moved to Paris when he got older, which is why he spends the early scenes trying to learn French. However, Johnston soon realized that they didn't have the money to shoot in Paris. The Chinese distributors for the film offered to pay for the crew to film in Shanghai, and Johnston accepted.
Hell yeah.
Joe is seen studying in French without much success. Ironically, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is fluent in French, as you see in 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He teaches his sister French. Yeah. I'll have to tie it back in the movies we've previously covered on the show. Emily Blunt revealed that she agreed to star in the movie after reading half of the script. She didn't even know what her character was. Joe was born in 2019. That's the whole bullet point.
It's a fun fact.
One might say. Joe's pocket watch has an unusual face. It is an example of a long-case Turkish market clock featuring Ottoman horological numerals which derive from Farsi numerals, in parentheses, Persian variant. Parth, what about that qualified it to make its way?
It was on IMDb. But also, sure. It's like you said that. I mean, the listeners only ever hear the good takes, but every now and then we have to stop and start a bullet point. And you can never really tell when, it's not necessarily that what you're saying is difficult, but this one is difficult, and I have to commend you. You said it in one take.
Oh, thank you. I sort of made a joke out of overpronouncing all of the words because of how wordy all of these words are.
Yeah, and when you just get a wordy fun fact, or you ever just pissed off, and you're like, Parth, and I'm this fun fact, I give it 1 star.
I'm this whole day has been one. If I had to review this day, it'd get 1 star.
So this is from this is the 1-star review section.
So if you can't tell by now, we're getting to the 1-star reviews.
So this is from Funny Chick, I assume is the idea behind the name, but there's no you or I.
Hey, Parth, let's see if this chick's funny.
What's the blog called?
Cheap Chick in the City.
Cheap Chick in the City?
Cheap Chick in the City.
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 Let's give her the fair shot.
So the title is Confused! 3 exclamation points. And this was February 18th, 2013. So this is a 10-year-old comment. I was falling asleep. Very weird movie, and you have to pay attention to every angle and detail. My friend paid attention, paid with Payed, by the way, paid attention and was still lost. Said he had to watch the movie again to try to understand it. Movies are supposed to be entertaining. If you have to work to see a movie, then it's not really entertaining. Terrible. Can't believe I paid for this.
So the second time she did pay it, it was the correct form.
No, second time was also incorrect.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
How did you do that?
Yeah. So, no offense. This funny chick didn't say anything too funny.
No, it was not that funny.
But granted,
But one person did find that helpful.
For a while, I really felt connected to the funny chick because I was falling asleep too during this.
I think for different reasons.
It is kind of a weird movie that you do have to pay attention to every angle and detail. But she's more...
How does she compare to Jill Brazer?
So Jill Brazer thinks that this is a 4K Blu-ray was foreign product that did not have Dolby Atmos. This was not the American release 4K release that has Dolby Atmos. It only had 5:1 DTS. Very disappointing.
Exclamation point. And one person found that helpful as well.
What's DTS?
I don't know.
Is it like BTS?
So C. Ella.
Is that the name of the band?
C. Ella didn't even realize I had paid to watch this. It was crap. Annoyed to realize just today that I paid to watch it! Exclamation point. Fuming! Exclamation point. What I don't understand is...
Yeah, I was just about to
How
do you realize after the fact that you paid to watch something without
Also,
going through
if
the
you
paywall?
rented it, it was like, what, $4?
Fuming?
Like, you're like that pissed off? Like, I guess the only situation is that these are off of Amazon. Like, maybe you thought that this was on Amazon Prime, but it asks you, like, do you want to pay for this? Would you like to start it now or later? And you can, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand.
Amazon does do a good job. They both make it very easy to like buy things with like only a few clicks. But I feel like if you actually read the things of those 2 clicks, it makes it pretty clear.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel that badly for C. Ella. Sorry.
Oh, Parth's exhausted by that comment.
By this comment. Yeah.
But what I'm really curious about, Parth.
All right. Transition king.
No, I'm tired transition. So Parth, you came in and you were just like emailing away, and then you're like, Trent, you should pay attention. Don't make small talk with me. I've seen this movie before.
That is not what I said.
It wasn't it wasn't quite the sassy.
Trent was leaving the room to get his phone. And I said, Trent, this is a good scene. You're going to want to watch this.
And then I was like, Parth, what do the numbers on that piece of paper mean? And he looked blankly at me.
I knew what they meant. I forgot where they came from.
I said, where did the numbers come from, Parth?
Okay.
Explain to me this important plot point. He said, I have no idea. I don't have the first clue.
Oh, okay.
This could be a real challenge. I mean, I theoretically have it fresh in my mind. You said you haven't watched it in 2 months. I wonder who knows more about Looper.
Probably me.
Yeah, probably. But we'll find out. It's probably you, but we'll find out.
Well, I would be shocked if you don't remember the ending.
No, I remember the ending very distinctly.
Yeah. Well, that would make this better than our Collateral discussion in which you forgot the ending. Okay, thank you, Anthony Graceffo. I don't know if you could hear that, but he said Collateral sucks, which is not true. It's one of Tom Cruise's best performances, but it doesn't matter. Should play more bad guys. Anyways,
he really should. What's the thing? What's the funny line you always do from Collateral?
Yo, homie, is that my briefcase?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
I didn't kill him.
Tom Cruise should play more bad guys.
I didn't kill him. Bullets in the Fall killed him.
I feel like he's the sort of guy who, in his contract, it's like, I can't be a bad guy.
Yeah, well, I think he just likes playing. I don't think he's against being a bad guy. Well, clearly, he played Mr. Collateral, but
well, yeah, in a less obnoxious way than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who's I can only get punched this many times, and I have to punch.
Well, Tom Cruise is very happy to be punched and beat up as much as possible in his movies.
Is Tom Cruise in a I know this is like the one way I can distract you and you not get upset with me. Is Tom Cruise in any of the Mission Impossible movies like beat to a pulp and like yeah
He's most beaten up, I would say, in 3 and 4. But he's like constantly getting hurt in all of them, like all the time. Like he, by the end of like the 4th movie, okay, wait, by the end of the 5th movie, he's like actually drowned and died, and then they revive him. Wait, he dies twice in the series. One time he has his wife shock him so that a bomb in his navel cavity will like short out and not explode.
wow.
And then she has to shock him again and like resuscitate him. In the 5th movie, he drowns and then they have to resuscitate him. I mean, the 6th movie is just I gotta watch the 6th movie with you just to tell you Tom Cruise actually did that. Because
I'm sure
it's
you'll
a
say
lot
that
of
a
stuff.
lot. Yeah.
But yeah, he goes through a lot of punishment. In that
I think
movie.
this is like my ideal way of ingesting an action film. Is just you giving me like the bare bones, like
What happened behind the
this-
scenes.
no, just to be like, oh, so and then Tom Cruise he asked his wife to electrocute him because he has a chip in his brain.
To slowly
And-
explain the movie to you.
No, but because I'd rather ingest it that way. It's that
You don't want to actually have to watch the movie. You want me to just tell you what happened in it?
it's pretty funny when you deliver it that way.
Okay.
Without the context. But what'd you think of Looper? Oh.
What's working and not working even?
Granted. It was 2 months ago.
Okay, well, I saw like
Describe-
an hour and 10 minutes today with you.
Parth was getting some work done on his phone simultaneously.
Sent one email.
My mom says, Parth, my mom says there's no such thing as multitasking. It's impossible for the human brain.
Trent, can't you barely single task?
Well, that's just me. But yeah, she says that other people can't manage to
Sorry,
task.
Trent. That was mean. I didn't mean for it to be so.
I'm just over here asking what worked and what didn't work.
Okay. Well, Trent, I guess I'll go first, given I've seen this movie multiple times.
I don't know if I have too much to say in the what's not working. I was vibing.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
But this is a movie that I did not watch when it came out because we were like 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then this will spoil a later section, but my parents like got it on home video and like started watching it, and they were like, this is boring. I don't like it. I don't know why they sound like that. That's not really what they talk like.
I was just gonna say any 11-year-old who like has an awareness of Looper is like really, not to pun intended, is really in the loop. But it seems I didn't mean to compliment you.
Oh,
Because it seems like you were the subject of that. But your parents turned it off. They're like Jill Brazer and Seeley and Funny Chick. Huh.
Yeah. Well, they just like, I think they just got kind of bored and they're just like, whatever. But I think if I were to show them today, like I don't think it would be the same reaction. I think life got in the way. Life finds a way.
Yeah.
Then later in life, I watched it and I was like, oh, that's okay. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a movie that I've come back to pretty frequently over the years because I'm a big sci-fi fan, and this is, I guess, one of my favorite sci-fi movies. And I think it's also, I researched for Eye of the Duck podcast, past and future guest, and it was their first episode.
Yeah.
And it's where I learned that Adam, my boss, is a huge Looper guy. Or maybe he told us he's a big Rian Johnson guy when he taught us, but he's a huge Looper guy. And that made me want to watch it more and again. And I like really, I grew from like being like, yeah, it was pretty good. And now I'm like, I love this movie.
Now, Parth, I don't mean to push your good graces, but do you remember what their Eye of the Duck scenes were? Because I would love to hear.
I do not Well, I don't mean to spoil. Well, this is like over like 3 years old now by this point, or maybe 2 years old by this point. But I know Adam's scene is the one where
where they're talking.
hiding from the guy. Yeah, but I don't know. I
think
can't remember Dom's scene.
I swear, I mean, in the recesses of my mind, I feel like maybe it's like the first diner scene, but maybe that's just.
Oh
like,
yeah, I think you're right. I think you are right.
But like I see the significance of both of those.
Yeah.
Coffee?
Please. Black. And some water.
Anything else?
We eating?
I ordered something.
Steak and eggs. Rare and scrambled.
2 second eggs coming up.
Must hurt.
Wasn't sure you'd remember her.
Yeah, I put it together. Clever. You know, there's another girl who works here on the weekends.
Jen,
Right. Less letters.
that'd be better.
Pour vous.
I see. How's your French coming?
Good. You gonna tell me I ought to be learning Mandarin?
I never regretted learning French. C'est chez te cache en arme les gens. No? Oh, you'll get it eventually. Obviously.
All right, listen. I know this is a hard situation for you, but we both know how this has to go down. I can't let you walk away from this diner alive. This is my life now. I earned it. You had yours already. So why don't you do what old men do and die? Get the fuck out of my
Why
way.
don't you just take your little gun out between your legs and do it? Boy. Sun's down into your eyes. It's too strange.
Your face looks backwards.
Yeah.
So do you know what's gonna happen? You done all this already? As me?
I don't want to talk about time travel shit. Because if we start talking about it, then we're going to be here all day talking about it, making diagrams with straws. It doesn't
When I
matter.
hurt myself, it changes your body. So is what I do now change your memory?
Doesn't matter!
But this is not Eye of the Duck.
No, unfortunately.
Do go listen to that episode. It's a good episode, good podcast, good vibes all around.
Yeah.
But it's a movie I really like. I think that it's a really cool. You know how I love Tenet.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of the anti-Tenet in that Tenet is like all about the rules and the things and the plot and how things work. In a way I enjoy because I like the world and the rules and the forward go backwards, that's the fun. But this is kind of blatantly tells the audience, stop thinking about the rules. I mean, Tenet to some extent says that too. Don't think about it, feel it. But don't try to understand it, feel it. But it really is this is about the characters. This is about theme. This is about this stuff.
The only thing that's coming to my mind while you're saying this is when Bruce Willis delivered this line of dialogue, I was like, this should be a meme if it isn't already. But it's when they're at the diner and he's saying something about the rules and he's like, it doesn't matter! And it doesn't matter for him.
No, it does not.
No.
And I think go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna. I agree. It's funny that you mentioned that. That's the anti-Tenet. This movie sort of it feels very original, even though it also feels like it feels like they jammed 5 different really cool sci-fi movies together, and this is what sort of came out.
Sure, I mean it's pretty obvious to see the Terminator influence.
And there was a moment where I felt Blade Runner. There's
Blade. Well, I guess.
Well,
yeah,
just
it's
the dystopian city. You know, rain.
I mean, I don't know if that can be so. I don't think it really visually resembles Blade Runner all that much, though.
Yeah.
But it definitely does have the dystopian element to it. But
yeah, there's definitely no farms in Blade Runner.
I think that this is a really good script. That a lot of things tie. Ryan Johnson is very good at setups and payoffs, in a way, like for example, like the TK element.
Well, yeah, that was I was like I was just gonna bring that up because first I was like that's just like smart and funny, and then like the kid having that is expanding on and making that so much thicker and
well, because
more fulfilling.
About like halfway into the movie, it's like Emily Blunt and Joseph Gordon-Levitt have sex, and then she's like floating her like lighter around, and then you're like, oh, it's like funny that this movie has telekinesis, but it's like super lame and like people just like float quarters.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's interesting that you say that, because that like leads on to be a huge part of the movie.
Because I was like, the little kid's just really smart.
Yeah. But that's what I mean in that like there's things that are set up that you don't necessarily think will be like coming back in a big way. But they do. And I also appreciate that this movie is rated R. And I think like a solid rated R, like Bruce Willis is killing children and getting blood. The kids are getting blood on their face.
Yeah, I guess the one time, we were like laughing as it was happening, as he was about to like shoot that kid. They did like shoot around it pretty selectively, so you didn't see like Bruce Willis like
sure,
actively.
But he kills a child, like in cold blood, kills a child.
Yeah, maybe that alone earns you the R. Because I was thinking, there's a few like needless topless people. And you could scratch those and maybe lose some curse words.
Like cursing, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe the violence and the killing kids is getting you there anyway, and so you might as well just have fun.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Trent, when was the last time you had fun?
Right fucking now.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you like that?
Are we? Yeah. But yeah, I think that it's also. When I watched it the first time, I was just like, oh, that's like fun, like whatever science fiction movie. But I think it's a movie that's become really thematically, it has a lot of like themes of like abuse and like cyclical, loops, if you will. It does what I like. A lot of good sci-fi films do this, which is it uses the premise and places its main character, like the premise of the movie, it's best that it's happening to this character, if that makes sense. Like Joseph Gordon-Levitt not wanting to kill, or being stuck in this like loop situation, like he's stuck within this cycle of abuse where he was like orphaned and then had to resort to violence to live. And then he meets this kid who was kind of also orphaned in some way. And then he has to break the loop to, help get this kid the help he needs, or, things like that. But it does that in a way that isn't like super like, this is what the movie's about. Do you know what I mean at all?
Well, I do know what you mean in real time, because the movie ended and I was like, I'm confused. And then you were like, he broke the cycle. He broke the loop. And so if it can go over the head of a half sleepy, half stoned person, I think it's doing its job at being subtle thematically, don't you think?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like as someone that wasn't half sleepy, half asleep, half stoned when I watched it for the first time, even I did not pick up on it, but I was just like, yeah, no, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I like when a movie, it's like you can have fun based on the plot and action alone. Like that is enough.
No,
and that's
totally,
well done.
Totally.
It doesn't just have to be like the themes, but it is also fun when that's in service of a thematic core. You know what I mean?
Imagine trying to like inject a theme into your movie.
Yeah, I try my best not to.
How the fuck do you go about that? I truly have not. Through all film school, have not yet figured that out.
Oh, Trent.
Have you?
I don't know that I don't think I've cracked the code, but I try. I think I have the inverse problem. I feel like I have a thing I want to say, and then I get too caught up in being like, but the audience needs to understand that that's what I'm saying. And I should be more like Looper.
Yeah, in all ways.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But Trent, what's not working for you? You said you had very little or not much to say because you enjoyed yourself.
I certainly did enjoy myself. I also enjoyed the very expansive cast. It just
Yeah.
like really famous people kept arriving, and Paul Dano and Jeff Daniels and Emily Blunt, including her.
That's interesting.
Is
Are you
there
on the
anyone
Blunt
else
train?
Is there anyone else I'm forgetting?
Noah Segan, Kid Blue.
Wait, that's not the little kid, is it?
No. But the little kid's really fucking good.
Yeah, I was gonna say we might as well talk about how this little kid. Well, you were like the little kid's really good, and then he like had his first dialogue scene with
this is
JGL, and I was like, they're like competing for
this is what
attention.
this is when Trent went to go get his phone is when the kid was gonna have like a big scene, and I was like, Trent, you are gonna want to see this because I was like, I just like know he's gonna be like, whoa, and that's why I scolded you slightly, but he's like acting. Like, I truly do not understand how you get this performance out of a little kid.
Did they say he was 10 though? That feels too
They
old.
say he's 10. He looks so young. I mean, I think he had to be younger because he's 18 now and this movie is 11 years old.
I just interacted with Jordan's cousin, who granted is like tall, but he's 12, and I was like, this seems like a real person. So like the difference between 10 and 12 is like
Yeah, I mean,
that wasn't a real person yet, even though he's like the smartest dude
Well,
alive.
if you even look at like Viraj when he was 12 as opposed to now, or, have you seen Viraj lately?
Yeah.
Big dog.
We hang out sometimes.
Oh, you do you?
He's a big dog.
What do you do
Would he
with,
be thrilled to...
Why are you hanging out with my 16-year-old brother all the time? What's that about?
Strictly platonic.
Well, I wasn't worried about that until you just said it, but hang around a lot of kids. That's cool.
Wow.
Just gonna drink some water.
I can't think of anything that's not working, Parth. Can you think of anything?
No. This is a movie I really like. Like, this is like one of my movies. You know what I mean? This is why I wanted to cover it, because I wanted you to watch it. Is there nothing that's not working for us? I mean, I guess something... Well, I feel like maybe you were just sleepy when you watched it.
No, I was. It was that I started the movie and I was like, I should have an applesauce, and then instead I was like,
I saw the applesauce, but unopened.
yeah, and then instead of having applesauce, I took like Jordan made like these brownie things, and then I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then I put some ice cream on top, and then so I ate that, and then that was what did the sleepy. It wasn't the movie.
No.
The movie was very engaging.
Good.
Yeah.
I am glad.
And I felt like I mean, I said this to you. I was like, some of these shots are very impressive. And like the first one that comes to mind, there's it's like Bruce Willis like shooting someone, or maybe JGL, and then the camera like turns and you really feel the whole room, and then it like turns back all the way.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of like really interesting camera movement in this movie that's very like it's like very precise, but it's not
is the precision,
it's not David Fincher, like it's a very particular kind of precise.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
Too. Is that continuous? Because you don't really feel that in like Last Jedi, or maybe
I think it's less continuous there because
like
there's a particular
movie.
Look Star Wars has to have.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that you don't feel
style.
I don't think you don't feel Rian Johnson style, but it comes back. I think that kind of camera movement in like Knives Out, more so.
Hey, what about Glass Onion? Didn't that
Also
work?
in Glass Onion, yeah. Did you watch Glass Onion?
I did. I was like, this is worse Knives Out. I'll never think about this again.
Yeah,
Everyone have a good day.
I enjoyed it, but it's not my favorite Rian Johnson. I guess another thing is
a
like
third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
His deal with Netflix was to make 2.
More.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want Rian Johnson to go back to doing this kind of stuff because I think that like as much, I mean, I guess we can disagree on The Last Jedi, but like I think you've come around to like liking it well enough.
Well,
right?
now all the cool people on the cool side of the internet like it, so I've done enough of my homework to start liking it too. Even though I haven't watched it in years, but if I were to ever speak publicly, I'd say I liked it.
The Rise of Skywalker really killed my Star Wars interest.
Pardon me. Yeah, my dad last night, I called him before he said mean things about some of my film work. Sorry, you can scratch that. I said, he was like, came a pause in our conversation. He was like, yeah, Rise of Skywalker. Watch Rise of Skywalker. And I was like, it's pretty much the worst Star Wars movie you could be watching right now.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, he got defensive. He's like, it's just on in the background. Not really watching it.
Wow.
But at least Ryan Johnston's not. I'd rather he watch The Last Jedi.
Yeah. So
At least there's the cool snow, like the salt thing at the end. Like that shit.
Yeah. Crate.
Oh, is that the name?
That's the name of the planet.
Oh.
Crait. Aren't you the Star Wars fan?
I'm
being genuine about this. Are you still a Star Wars guy?
I don't want to be quoted as a Star Wars guy. I was a Star Wars kid, perhaps.
I feel like freshman year you were like I love Star Wars.
I almost sent an email today to a professor saying, help me insert their name, you're my only hope. As in,
very good.
Because I want them to give me an SPN to let me take their class.
Very good. Out of curiosity, which class?
It's a creative writing class.
Good.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, as much as I enjoy his work in Star Wars, and I like Knives Out, I like those movies for the most part. I think this is where he does his best stuff.
I want to see Brick. I hear so many good things.
Brick is good. Brick is fun. Brick is like, I think he's kind of fun when he's like forced to go darker. He's kind of been going lighter with each movie.
I know, like. Is Brick about like a school shooting or something?
No, Brick is a murder mystery where...
But it's like at a high school?
It's at a high school, and there's like this like underground world at this high school, and it's like people like talk in like weird lingo and stuff like that. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt, yeah, he's in it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. This is like...
Are
this
they,
is...
like,
they're
friends?
like buddies.
Oh.
And that's why Joseph Gordon-Levitt is attached to this movie. And he plays like a high schooler, like it's like kind of like a noir-ish, like new neo-noir set in present time.
That feels like that would give me like tenfold what I felt watching Looper is when is like the let's go make a movie sort of movie.
Yeah.
When things.
Well, that's what you said, is that this, I mean, I guess you could also finish this thought, but
No, please.
You told me during one of the scenes, you're like, this is like a pretty well shot movie, and some shots look like really, really great. And then some shots aren't bad, but they make me feel like, oh, I could make something like this. Like, this is approachable.
Well, that and just...
And some shots are meme shots.
And some shots, yeah, I mean, I said this at a particularly appropriate time. It's when, like, everyone was, like, levitating in the air, and which you can't help but look silly.
Yeah.
But, like, it would just cut to, like, Bruce Willis or Emily Blunt levitating or having a reaction shot, and I was like, this is just, like, memes.
Yes.
These are just different memes stitched together. But it's inspiring that... that Disney, I mean, can see the best parts of it and be like, can write you a big old check
for $200 million and the keys to one of their
let's dance
biggest cash cows. Yeah.
Are we not gonna see a Star Wars movie in the theaters for the next couple of years?
There's one that they're working on that I think that
do I care?
I think I don't. I think I really don't.
I'm proud
anymore.
of us.
Yeah. Well, Rise of Skywalker genuinely killed every
hope you have.
Like, not only did it kill my interest in seeing the new Star Wars stuff, it has like almost entirely killed my interest in rewatching the old Star Wars stuff that I do really like. It really like put a sour taste in my mouth and made something that was so wonderfully weird and from the mind of like a bizarre individual, George Lucas I'm talking about, and then made it super corporate and cynical, and now I fucking hate it, and all the like discourse that surrounds it is
pretty toxic and
mind-numbingly
bad.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing is, I think I don't want there at all to be another trilogy of films, and yet I think that's the only way you could get me to care again, because all of these like spin-off little things and TV shows.
I mean, not to like talk about not Looper on the Looper discussion, but we talked about Revenge of the Sith with
I the Duck.
I the Duck pod, and Dominic Nero, new father.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations. When we were talking about it, he said like, I don't care about Star Wars when it's not about the Skywalkers. That's what it's about. We need to talk about like that's what I care about. Stop with all this bullshit. Wow. And I remember
had to say
at the time,
it all clicked.
I did not think that. No. I was like, well, because I think that like, especially because like Rise of Skywalker makes like Rey a Palpatine and stuff. I'm like, well, it doesn't need to be connected to the Skywalkers. Yeah, it needs to be good
because we care about Rey.
Yeah, like it doesn't need to be that. Like that's just like whatever. But I think I've kind of come around to that line of thinking in that I kind of like. What stuff do I care about? It kind of is the Skywalker stuff, like that like family drama stuff. And here's the thing is I don't think you needed to make Rey a Palpatine and, you know, whatever. But ultimately, Star Wars is a very limited concept. You need lightsaber battles, you need the Force, you need Jedi.
Yeah.
And like
shootouts and
I kind of think
stormtroopers or robots.
I kind of think everything outside of that is not that interesting to me. It's fun, extraneous material, but it used to be just extraneous material, and now it's like, you gotta watch the Book of Boba Fett to know what happens in Mandalorian Season 3. And you need to know Mandalorian Season 3, because in Mandalorian Season 3, they're gonna set up some stuff for Ahsoka, and in Ahsoka, they're gonna finally make sense of why all those freaking Star Destroyers were in Episode 9. And I'm like, I do not fucking care about any of this bullshit.
No. That's like when someone tells you as an adult to watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and you're like, it's time to grow up, buddy.
That's the thing. Well, okay, so this movie is kind of like, I feel like if you were to ask me like even 5 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, no, Last Jedi, like that's like the most interesting Rian Johnson movie to me. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, I don't care about Star Wars. Like, I wish there were more, like give me like 10,000 more loopers. Like I want like $30 million high concept, like kind of action, kind of drama movies. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you could make like 30 loopers for the price of one Last Jedi. Or like 20 or like 15. How much it cost? Like $500 million?
No, no. Last Jedi cost $200 million. Oh,
so
but
you can get like 6 loopers.
Yeah, you can get 6 loopers, which is not insignificant.
No,
I mean you could pretty much get 7 loopers. It's 210 million if you add that all up. But like I think that this is the stuff I want Rian Johnson to go back to making.
I don't know if you're gonna get that.
Really? You don't think he'll stop making Knives Out movies? He's only contracted to do one more. I mean, I know that he's said he would like to continue making them, but I kind of just assumed he would make...
Maybe you'll get it genre-wise, but budget-wise, I feel like once you go big...
But the Knives Out movies aren't. The Knives Out movies are like similar budget levels.
Yeah, I guess... No way. They're like 50 or 60 or 70.
Well, maybe, but I'm saying like mid-budget.
Yeah.
But I don't think they are that much more expensive. Yeah, no. Knives Out is $40 million.
Oh, wow.
And then Glass Onion is also $40 million.
Wow. Wow, he's still, I mean, I guess, still operating in the mid-budget range just to inspire us.
Well, I think that's like where he'll do his most interesting stuff.
It seems like, yeah, most of the money is being spent on a really good cast.
Because like I love a big budget act. I mean, my favorite movie of last year was Top Gun Maverick. So like obviously I'm not opposed to big dumb movies.
Spending money to make
but
money.
Like, yeah. But like I think when he has to contend with like, I gotta have like really cool lightsaber battle, I gotta have like spaceship battles, like obviously like that's tethered to Star Wars. But if you were to like make a Marvel movie, I gotta have them fighting the big bad. I got, you know, like when you have those things that are like checklist things that you need to have in the movie, I feel like it precludes you from making more interesting stuff like this.
And it is cool to be like, I'm just gonna hire like the most like famous cast and then have them, or like not do anything too like CGI oriented that would cost a bunch of stupid money, and they're just gonna like talk in rooms.
That's exactly.
And then they're gonna like chase each other around a little bit, and then and then it'll make like 4 times the money.
Craziest thing that happens in this movie is a few people float.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I think that this is like,
and a lot of the action is like, you know,
person
like,
shoots gun.
Yeah, person shoots gun. Person, you know,
like
falls
either
back.
gets hit or dodges.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. There's not like fucking crazy like things blowing up all around,
and once you get settled on the farm, you're on the farm.
Yeah,
it's like season 2 of The Walking Dead. You're on the farm.
It's like Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Are they on the farm in Avengers?
They're on a farm for like the middle section of Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Avengers: Age of Ultron is one of the first movies I walked out of, and I was like, "Was that bad?" I think that was bad.
Okay, well, I do actually like Avengers: Age of Ultron, but I'm in the significant minority on that front.
Oh, I was just laughing at the fact that you like something that I consider so bad.
Yeah, you probably haven't seen it in 10 years, but no big deal.
Yeah, it's true. I was like, who are these Avengers that I don't care about?
And why are they in the Age of Ultron?
I was like, where's the Hulk smash? Who's this Ultron guy?
Right.
And how old is he?
Oh, very good. Very good. Well, Trent, this episode's been going on. We've been recording for 53 minutes now.
I'm proud of us, given we've barely talked about Looper.
Yeah, we've done our best not to.
Yeah, I could feel...
We talked about Tom Cruise, Star Wars. Knives Out.
You know, the other day, we were talking about rotoscoping in animation class.
Oh, good. Now we're talking about animation.
And someone brought up Scanner Darkly, and then someone brought up Apollo 10.5.
Oh my god!
And all I can do is laugh because that movie doesn't require to be talked about over again.
We talked to Bruce Curtis, the production designer, Trent.
And I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, but he did good work.
Yeah. Animated movie. Couldn't even just like draw and stuff.
Oh, Trent.
I'm kidding.
Go listen to
you
our
needed to put the stuff so then they can draw it. Rotoscoping. Where should people listen to us?
Well, Trent, we need to do the rating gauntlet. Wait, it's getting kind of hot out here. Oh no, my skin's burning. Welcome to the ratings gauntlet. Wait.
My skin!
Yeah, okay. Well, what's happening to it?
It's burning!
Is it?
It is.
Do you think
Your
the
patience
do you
feels
think the
thin.
nuclear bomb is finished by now?
Now it's done.
Okay.
So Parth, would your mom like the film? Would you rewatchability rate out of 10?
And would you recommend it?
And would you recommend it? Even though it's,
I feel like that one's kind of redundant.
I was just gonna say that is the moment where we fix this after
Yeah,
like
maybe.
100+ episodes.
Well, I feel like we've slowly added we're gonna reach 200 episodes next year. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so I think now is the exact moment where we scrap would you recommend, because it pretty much is tied to the
Whether you
rate
would
it
like
like
it,
over
yeah.
a 6. Yeah.
I guess I would say 100%. I would rewatch it. I have rewatched it.
Mm-hmm.
I think my parents would like it. Like my mom would like it
this
if
time
we
around.
rewatched it.
Is it still sitting on the fateful DVD rack?
Well, Blu-ray rack for me.
Oh, even back then they were so tuned in.
Well, the reason I am the way I am is because my dad is always forward thinking in terms of he was the first one to get VHS when that became a thing. He was the first one to get DVD when that became a thing. He was the first one to get HD DVD when that was a thing. He was the first one to get a Blu-ray player when that was a thing.
Too bad about HD DVD.
Yeah, seriously.
They can't all be winners. So is there still a bunch of VHSs kicking around somewhere, or when the new generation comes, does he like scrap what he has?
He doesn't like throw out VHS is kind of like tough to like really, because you can keep your DVDs and still put them in a Blu-ray player, but you can't really do much with a VHS tape.
Yeah.
But we do have a few boxes of VHSs.
And VHSs aren't like vinyl where you can like argue for them. They're
Well,
just
that's
like words.
that's like
They're just, like,
VHSs
words.
are like coming back. Like people
coming
like
back as
them.
in like to buy at a thrift store and like put on your
But
shelf,
I'm like,
maybe.
why? It like the thing about vinyl is it is better. Like it is technically more information,
or at least
than,
it has an argument to be
than,
made, even
than,
though it's like largely annoying.
Sure, but like it does hold more information than if you were to buy the song off iTunes. It is technically better audio quality if you have the right vinyl player and all this other stuff. But VHS is like an objectively horrible, horrible way to watch a movie.
But I have such fond memories of it, don't you? Like,
No,
really?
The memories I have are my parents telling me to get up and go rewind the tape.
well, that too. Maybe it's just like the plastic shell cases of like Shrek 2.
I like the
can,
look.
That
I
can,
like the look
feel.
of the.
Yeah, I like the aesthetics of like putting something on my shelf. But I guess you can only fit like fucking like 12 of them on a shelf because they're so fucking big.
Well, yeah, they're like a huge, cumbersome, like very easily broken.
And they have none of the advantages of DVD in terms of like bonus material or
No.
like I'm gonna give you like a fun little piece of paper inside or something.
It's genuinely
it's
an awful, awful way to watch a movie, and I do not understand the appeal or why people care about it. Like I enjoy it on like an aesthetic level. Like the boxes are cool, so like I understand why someone would want them. But there are people online who will legitimately tell you like there's no reason we should have Blu-rays of old movies. Like that's not how they're meant to be seen. And I'm like, you sound like a fucking dunce.
What do they think is the alternative?
They think they would prefer. They're like, there's something about the like. Oh,
The
it's like it's not real. It's like movies should only be seen in their best quality in the theater. And I'm like, I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Because I agree that
why would
I'd rather watch a movie in a theater, but if I had to watch a movie at home,
might as well get the best.
I'm not going to put
possible.
in the VHS of 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm going to put in the 2001 4K edition like a fucking man.
Yeah. You're gonna break out your steelbook. You're gonna pop it open.
Oh. Why is this getting so sensual?
And you're gonna, because it's 2001: A Space Odyssey,
Right, yeah.
And you're gonna do your worst, and then by the end of it, you're just gonna be
Do my worst.
a big baby floating through space, looking at your past self dying in a white sterile room.
Spoilers. Sorry to everyone that hasn't seen. Well, I actually haven't seen 2001 in full.
You're ridiculous. You went to film school, Parth.
I saw the opening.
Do you know how many times I was tasked with watching it? Like three.
Trent, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I would have rewatched it. I think my parents would like it, and I give this a 9 out of 10.
Wow. I think my parents would enjoy this, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna, if this is high on their
You don't think this will
priority
be on
list.
the Friday night movie time watch?
For whatever reason, it's like, this is a movie that I loved watching, but if not for the pod, I feel like I would have continued to have not watched it.
But that doesn't mean. But if you liked it, you
No,
wouldn't.
I certainly did. But you know those movies where it's like, you know, you'll like it, and you're just going
I know
through
what you
life,
mean.
and you're just going through life like every day, like watching some stupid bullshit instead of just watching the movie that you should watch that you'll know that you'll like.
Sure.
Sort of like me and Looper. But it's like when you put all, you know, and then you start a film podcast with your friend Parth to give yourself a platform to watch such things. And once you do that and host about 200 episodes where Parth does most of the work, then you finally have an opportunity to watch Looper. And you learn that it's like an 8 out of 10.
Whoa! Wow.
And you learn that you would rewatch it because Parth gave you his Voodoo login. And so you have an opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think my mom would like it, but it's like I recommended Prisoners to her, and
That's so much darker
yes,
than this movie.
It is, but as crazy as this sounds,
You are about to say some crazy shit.
this movie is like, it's not, but if like one more bad thing happened, it would be too dark for my mom.
But I kind of know what you mean. I kind of know what you mean by that.
But it's not there yet, but it's
Yeah.
almost there.
Sure. I think if something more fucked
I
up
guess
with the
kids are
kid happened.
killed.
But if more fucked up things happen, like a kid is killed, but a kid's not like tortured or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if something like really like upsetting happened, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but Prisoners is pretty clear. Child abduction.
Yeah.
That's upsetting. But that, I mean, I guess both movies have pretty happy endings.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that they. I mean, Looper has a more happy ending, I would say.
Well, both movies are like, is the protagonist dead?
Sure. Well,
I mean, in here,
in
we
Looper,
know-
it's obvious that he's dead, but
I mean, you saw it live, and I was like, is this movie over, or is the next 30 minutes going to be him coming back, and it's going to be a whole thing? But I'm happy it wasn't.
no.
Very
You closed
few-
the loop, Trent.
Very few movies nowadays, you just see someone after you've stuck by them for an hour and 45 minutes, turn their blunderbuss around and just blow their fucking head off. You know? And then everyone else is happy. The loop is closed.
Right.
Everyone gets, it's less than 2 hours. No one comes back from the dead. There's no, like, third act craziness. It's done.
You can listen to us.
That should happen in, like, The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or really wherever you get your podcasts.
Wherever you get your podcasts. And you can make sure to go check us out on our social media, Instagram, Twitter. Those are the two we have. We may be soon expanding.
Oh, God. To
Yeah.
what?
You don't even
No,
want to know.
no,
You do not even want to know.
Don't even say it. It's
TikTok.
a sigh from the other room. It's like no one wants to, but if you want to like grow your
if
you want to like
platform.
succeed in any way, shape, or form, it's the unfortunate truth.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like the inconvenient truth that Al Gore was talking
Wow.
about. The fact that if you want to succeed in your art form, you need to make a TikTok.
Next week, Trent will have his wisdom teeth out of his mouth.
Dun, 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 dun. Wait, that's
That's The Shining. But,
Yeah.
But same vibe. Same vibe. Dun 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 dun.
I wish we could time.
It's Eyes Wide Shut next week. Discussion.
I know, like, my mom probably isn't gonna let me take the painkillers, and like,
I wouldn't take the like Vicodin or whatever they give you. Like
I know. I just wish we could tie that into our Eyes Wide Shut discussion somehow. Don't you?
where
feels
Trent
like a
gets fucked up on like some like really strong painkillers.
Doesn't that feel like a missed opportunity?
No, I mean a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, the real missed opportunity is not to record immediately after you've gotten your wisdom teeth.
Well, that's the
removed.
best case scenario.
Yeah. You should have invited me.
Apparently, my parents need to be present for the entirety
Yeah.
of the thing and then drive me home. So you really bring the mic. I'm sure the people that work.
I know someone
orthopedic-
that drove themselves home.
No, that's like illegal.
I know, but they did.
Oh, I feel like
That,
my,
like, they-
at
like,
my
they dodged a bullet.
orthodontist, they would not let that happen.
Yeah, no, mine either. Warren Sanford, he wouldn't do that.
Well, wish me luck.
Good luck, Trent.
Thank
Well,
you.
by the time this comes out, they'll be out. No,
It could be like I could be dead, or this operation will be successful and uneventful.
yeah, those are the two options. Is that's a successful operation, or Trent will be dead.
I would be lying if I said that a few different scenarios hadn't played through my head in the past couple days of this somehow killing me.
Trent, you gotta chill out.
Well,
You don't have to be so stressed.
Well,
It's gonna be okay.
Someone was like, "Aren't you?" They're like, "Are you getting put under?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm getting put under." And then they were like, "Aren't you afraid you're not gonna come back?" And I was like,
I wasn't.
I wasn't afraid. And they were like, "Oh, they just put me a little bit under, but I could feel like that they were inside me, but
Oh.
I was."
I will say I did. Well, this might scare you more, but
God.
I woke up just as they were removing the last tooth, so like I could feel them going.
Yeah, being in that in between space is pretty much my worst.
like, horrible.
That's my worst fear, and that is what I'm afraid will happen.
But Trent, so long as you don't have heavy drug use, like I'm sure the drugs won't have any effect on you. That they
Or
aren't.
will.
They will have the proper effect on you.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Next week, Eyes Wide Shut. Ideally.
What's the Eyes Wide Shut music?
Dun 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 dun.
I was doing it.
No. You went wah, wah, wah,
Oh, you're right.
wah, wah.
Both good though.
Yeah, both good.